Good morning. Happy Monday. Hope you guys are having a good Monday. Today is a work from home day for me, which you can probably obviously tell, and I'm taking a little bit of a coffee break to get this vlog going. You may already be aware of what I'm going to talk to you about from the title of the video, but I never know what I'm going to title my video, so who knows what future Steven came up with. Anyways, today's also kind of a weird work from home day because I'm the only one here. Kelsey had some errands to run, so she took the boys, dropped them off at my mom's house so she could watch them, and then Kelsey's running her errands while I work. But today I want to talk to you about a skill set that I'm trying to learn, and that is to write computer programming. And I want to talk a little bit about why I'm doing that, why I'm investing time into that, what kind of motivated that, and how I am approaching it. Whether or not that's interesting to you, I want to have this documented for the future, and just in case maybe in the future I end up becoming a software developer, or I don't know, doing something in computers, because I think that would be an interesting career field. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to work, but you guys are gonna come with me, and today we're gonna talk about how I'm gonna try to learn how to write computer programming and why. Obi, you want to answer some emails for me? You want to put your thumbs to use? Oh, wait, you don't have thumbs, do you? You also don't seem very motivated to help me. Yeah? Alright.
They never give up.
The police officers work together and never give up?
No.
That's why you want to be one? I think that's a good reason. The family's back. It's time for lunch. Or time for breakfast for lunch. I guess what got me thinking about all the computer programming stuff was really just, what if I was in a situation where the job I have now wasn't available, and what skill sets that I have or need to get that I could parlay into a career that, one, will provide for us, but then two, would also more align with my interests. And like that, lunch is over. Hey bud, I'm just gonna put my sink in, or my plate in the sink. You got a Buzz Lightyear. So after sitting down and thinking about that and looking at what jobs or what career field I may want to prepare myself for, that one, I have an interest in, two, I can earn enough money to support our family, and three, that there's a job market for and will continue to be a job market for it even where I live, that's how I kind of landed on computer programming. I don't really have the most structured or well thought out program for learning it. Most of what I've developed so far has just been Google searching and finding free courses and then taking those free courses. And slowly but surely my thought process is I will begin to accumulate kind of a rough starting knowledge and understanding of computer programming in a few different languages, and then I can start to take those hard skills and I can apply them to a project and build something, create something that I can use to demonstrate that hard skill set, so that in the future, if something bad was to happen or something was to change where I was looking for a new job or I was looking for new work that I could do and support our family with, I would have this tangible skill set and these demonstratable projects that I've created to say, hey, I can do this job, I can do this work, without having to go back completely to school and get a bachelor's degree and pay a bunch of money and go further into debt, because right now our focus is on getting out of debt. So that's my why. I guess that's why I've landed on computer programming. That's why I started. I'm not very far into it, and like I said, it's not a full court press because I don't think anytime in the immediate future my job is going away, or at least I hope not. But I'm thinking 5 or 10 years out, maybe that's a possibility, or maybe even I want to pursue something else at that time. So I'm preparing. There's that saying that goes something like, luck equals preparedness plus opportunity, or something like that. And so that's my goal, is to just prepare myself with a new set of skills, so that when I'm ready or the right opportunity presents itself, I can take advantage of it. I'm gonna go back to work for a little bit and probably work out. I'm actually starting a new training program today. I've got like June to October mapped out. I know exactly what I'm gonna do, exactly how I'm gonna train, and I'm excited about that. But we'll finish, I guess I'll finish the vlog of this whole learning how to program, or learning software engineering, I don't even know what to call it, out by talking a little bit about like what I've done and what I plan to do, and we'll wrap up from there. But first I gotta get back to work. I gotta work out. We gotta wrap up this work day, wrap up this vlog. It's been a good day, good Monday. I've been rewatching all the Casey Neistat vlogs for 2 reasons, really. One is it's kind of like having The Office on. It's something that I've seen before, so I'm not totally enthralled with it, and it just makes me feel a little less alone when I'm working. Then the second reason is just it being transported into his world, or his universe, so to speak, through his videos. It's very inspiring to me. It inspires me to want to take action on things and do things, and when I have an idea, to just move forward with that idea and just see how it turns out, just put it out into the world. He's just one of those people, I think, kind of like Gary Vaynerchuk. He just makes you want to do things. Now I have to, though, get on a conference call. Conference calls are kind of like, they're kind of like the PowerPoint of business communications. There's just not a whole lot of substance, but for some reason people put a lot of value on them. I don't know. It's definitely, we could add a course in college called or actually we should have a 101 course called When is a Conference Call Necessary? And then we should have a 102 course or a 201 course that's how to effectively run a conference call. I think that would be a very helpful gen ed requirement for colleges, maybe even high schools. All right, that's over with. Actually, that was a fairly productive conference call. I'm probably a little overly critical as an individual, but yeah, productive. A little bit more work, then I'm gonna take my lunch break, and we're gonna get after this new program. I bought it from a company called Renaissance Periodization. More than anything, I bought it because I really respect their chief science officer. He's just he's a PhD, so he's very well educated, but at the same time he's also a deep practitioner as a pro bodybuilder and kind of amateur BJJ athlete. So he just has a lot of overlap in terms of interests that I have, and I really respect his opinion and his knowledge on things. So I wanted to support their company and also get myself a fresh training program. So I'm excited to start it. It's 6 days a week. It's hypertrophy focused. Should be good.
The positioning of your face to the window, lighting identification for stories, but getting that into positioning on the internet is really tough. I'll try my best. Thanks for being patient with me, and I'll catch you.
Can ever take me to the place I go when I hear your music.
workout's over. It's definitely different. The program is new, which means there's a learning curve. I'm not going to delve too deep into it here, but I am actually doing a complete kind of like follow along video series on my other channel, Freeborn Training Systems, which is much more fitness centric. So if you're interested in that, I'll link the channel down below. But I'll just say the workout was great. I'm really looking forward to this program, and it's nice to not have to drum up my programming for myself each month. I can just, for the next 3 or 4 months, just follow the plan I purchased. I'm gonna go drink a shake, finish off this work day, and we're gonna talk more about this software engineering thing. We're gonna talk less about the why and more about the what. What am I gonna do, and how, the how of how I'm gonna try to obtain some new skills. I guess I'll start by saying the first thing I did was I just Googled and YouTube searched, how to become a software engineer, how to become a software developer. And then after that, I watched a bunch of videos and read a bunch of articles. And then after that, I Google searched best programming languages to learn in 2020. Read a bunch more articles, watched a bunch more videos, and then I just kind of decided on focusing in 2 areas, which we'll come back to. But I'm thirsty, I'm hungry. I'm gonna take care of that first.
Well, the ones I know.
Well, maybe the more you practice with Mia, the more words you will learn.
I can say 1 and 2 minutes.
You can?
1.
The work day's over, but now time to get to the real work, which is being a dad and a husband. But real quick, the work day is officially done, and now time to get to the most important work, which is being a dad and a father. Sorry, my work day is not more exciting. When I work from home, it's pretty much all just it's all computer work for the most part. So, which is I would guess that's all work from home jobs. I don't know what other work from home jobs would really allow you to do anything other than utilize your computer. But maybe they're out there, I don't know. But before we close the day out, I wanted to finish talking about the programming, learning to program thing. So the 2 areas I kind of focused on or settled on focusing on, just based on everything I read online, was basically in terms of like computer languages for programming, is courses that have to do with Python and SQL, because they seem to be some of the most important languages for doing like data manipulation, data analysis, running queries, things like that. And I think data is something that all companies have in all industries, and they're all trying to find ways and look for ways to use software and computers to make better sense of that data. So that's why I picked that area. And the second area is really just more of a personal interest, and it's a personal interest, but it also is very relevant, again, to all industries and all businesses, is JavaScript, CSS, and HTML, which is kind of like what powers a lot of websites, and a lot of companies use that to run their websites, at least the front end. And so I feel like, one, it'll benefit me personally just because I have a website and there are things I want to build, and there may be web applications that I want to build for my own personal things that those skills will help me do. And then 2, I feel like the need to understand those languages and utilize those languages are going to be pretty pervasive in whatever role in software you have. So it just kind of feels like 2 very general good areas to start with, and then I'm hoping along the way it'll lead me to others. And I think the other thing I'm learning about this is yes, you want to have you want to be adept at working with at least a specific language, if not multiple specific languages, but then you also have to start learning to think more like a programmer, more like a developer, and thinking about how to use algorithms to solve problems, which is a whole other skill set in of itself. It's a whole different way of thinking, but I enjoy it. I mean, I think it's fun. So I started a course on Python SQL a few weeks ago. I started a course on JavaScript and CSS, and HTML. Both of them are through a website called Coursera. So they're just very easy to use online learning platform. I'm sure I'm not saying that any of this is going to be equivalent to if somebody has a computer science degree or has multiple computer science degrees. My goal is to really just develop some hard skills that in the future I may be able to parlay into a new career or a different career or other work. And in the meantime, learn those skill sets, practice those skill sets, and build things with them, so that when the time comes, I'll have stuff to point to prove that I can do X, Y, Z. So I guess that's my plan of action, to try to learn computer programming. Maybe it's silly, maybe it won't amount to anything, maybe I'll never need to use it or lean on it, but I think more and more the world is becoming a world that is driven by a skill set that revolves around technology and interacting with technology and knowing how to get technology to do what it is you're wanting it to do. So I highly doubt that investing any of my time into these things is going to be a loss. I just think right now I probably can't tell you exactly what the return on my investment of time and effort is going to be. I just know it's not going to be negative. And of course, all the while, I'm still going to pursue making videos, writing programs, helping people with health, and all the things that I love to do. But I'm just going to add this other kind of passion side quest to my life and try to level things up. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Maybe you're interested in it too, or maybe you have some advice to offer. I'd love to hear it. Just leave a comment. Otherwise, I hope things in your world are going well. Maybe getting back to a little bit of normalcy. Hopefully it stays that way. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Where you been? What'd you get? All this stuff? Oh, an orange too, huh?
No apples.
No apples, okay.
Here, can you go through this?